Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, really early in the morning. Just got back from the airport with a shipment of fish. So finally have time again whenever there's no customers in the store with a shipment of fish. So I can do a quick unboxing. Got about 5 boxes. It's 4 freshwater, 1 saltwater today. And if I have time afterwards, I'll do a really quick tour of the store. I actually watched a video last night that came across on my YouTube channel when we opened, like 3 weeks after we opened, and this place has tremendously changed since then. It was like the tank you see in your video or in your shot there. That was all we had basically, and we have tremendously grown to where pretty much looking for a new place. We need a bigger place. Hopefully as soon as our lease is up. Granted, it's a few months away, 10, 8, 9, 10 months away. So all you'll see here in a little bit will have to move to a bigger space and we can expand more. So anyway, I know it's been a while. It's always busy when I get my fish. Usually it's in the afternoon when we're open. Possible to do an unboxing or take time to, really reach out to anybody at that time. So anyway, I've got the first box that I'm going to do is going to be the salt water. It happens to be on the top, so we'll see what we got. First bag is a canary blending. I think we have 2 of these little guys. Good size. So we got a cinnamon clownfish that did not make it. These were actually delayed. They were supposed to be here last night, but unfortunately because of the flights got delayed, they didn't come in until today. So there might be a few unexpected deaths, unfortunately. And here is I have 2 of the canary blennies. There's another one. Guy, basslet. It's purple and yellow, nice colors to it. Probably the last time I did unboxing, I don't even think I had salt water. If I did, I might have 1 or 2 tanks of. So we've got about 14 tanks up now. If I get time, I have about 6 more tanks I'm going to set up and plans for another 6 to 9 eventually. Next up is a blue hippo tang. Good guy. Next up, we see it in there. There's a bubble pearl coral. Got a few corals. I only have a little limited room for coral right now, but as soon as I do get those other 6 tanks I was talking about, I am going to take 4 tanks down and put a little coral rack up. Another coral. It's a super purple flower pot. You can't really see much. Bags as they are. Got another coral after that. Just the red flower pot. See in there. I know the purple and 1 of the reds. I actually have 2 reds are already spoken for. And here is an orange Kleiny butterfly fish. Good, nice size. Up is a magenta dollyback. Had one a couple weeks ago. Last one I brought in, unfortunately, jumped out of my tank. So Another one in. This purple. Next up is the other red flower pot. Again, you're not going to see much of anything. Next is an Antheus. Red yellow breast leer tail Antheus. Really nice. There's two of these guys. These probably won't stay here long. Some more clownfish. It's the saddleback clownfish. Unfortunately, I ordered a pair of each of these. I don't know if it was the cinnamon or this one that they only sent me one of. So since that cinnamon passed, hopefully it was the cinnamon. So at least I'll have a pair of these guys. But oh my luck, it's not bad. Alright, and next up is a Condi reef-colored anemone. Definitely will not be with the clowns. Thought I'd ordered a green anemone, but I guess I didn't. So we got a lemon pill angelfish. I know most of you guys that watch my stuff or come to my stores freshwater, so we will be getting to that in just a second. This almost saltwater's almost through. Okay, good. It was a saddleback. The other clowns. At least I do have a pair of clowns. It's a saddleback. And a deep color. With that bright orange. The regular Ocellaris. Next up is an anemone crab. Nice invert. I really like these guys. Up is a Falco hawkfish. Looking good. A little stressed out. He will color up real nice. That red on him will get deep red. Stunning looking fish. And the last saltwater fish should be another red yellow breast Antheus. So I guess with the delays, only one loss. It's not too awful bad. Obviously none are preferred, but check the bag box real quick. And we'll start on the fresh water after that. Now, for what most of you would prefer to see, got 4 boxes of fresh water and a knife. What I did with it? Go to some ice packs. Unfortunately, it's still hot enough here to be ice pack weather. Weather it will be for the next month or so too, so you know it's almost October. Alright. Fresh water. First up we got some pineapple platies. Really good. Good shot of one, little female right there, another female. Pineapple platies. We got some pencil fish, the Beckford's golden pencil fish. A dozen of these guys or so. Like little nano fish. This fish are great. And I've got some blue tetras. Some good pillar tetras. You don't see very often. So we got some male mixed guppies. Lots of yellow, mostly yellow. All right. Colorful guppies. So we got some OB peacocks. Multicolored OBs, so these will have a little blue in them as well, not just the orange and white. Pretty good for not being settled in. Next up, we have a discus, a red melon discus. Pretty good. Got a couple discus this time, just two of each kind. Got this and a yellow, just a couple yellow Marlboros. Some more peacocks. Sunburst peacocks. Looks like two males and one female, if I can see them correctly. Just want to cooperate. Nice bright peacock for your tank. Mix up with some cherry barbs. They're never colored up when you first get them. They're stressed, obviously. Decent sized cherry barbs. Never go wrong with a cherry barb for some color to pop in your tank. Next up is some turquoise rainbow fish. Half a dozen of these guys, decent size. Next up, we got some angelfish, some blue Pinoy angelfish. Decent size. Put those in. Discus tank, I don't know yet. There's some cory cats, the Ionis. Not much color, they'll be green when they color up. Green cories. Last bag in the first box is some tiger barbs. Nothing crazy, just some little bitty tiger barbs. Fish you can't go wrong with. Well, it is possible to go wrong with those wrong fish, but for the most part they're pretty safe. If you get them in a good enough group, not any problem with them. Alright, box number 2. First bag, box number 2 is again another fish that's not colored until they get in the tank. There's some blue longfin danios. Some tank filler fish. Next up is some German blue rams. Got half a dozen of these guys. Get a pair out of here. I might be taking some of these home and start trying to breed some of these maybe myself. Maybe. It took me a year. I started setting tanks up at home. I had like over 40 aquariums just sitting in my garage empty, but over the last few weeks, several weeks, I've been starting to set tanks up to start breeding some of the basic fish. I don't want to get too crazy, so I don't even know about the rams really, because it would take a lot of time. We've already got several babies and some mollies and some other stuff, so a few little cichlids. just stuff that I can help keep the cost down in here, keep my cost down, and make the fish sell cheaper. It's a win-win for everybody. Okay, next up is some lemon tetras. A dozen lemon tetras. Go with, I think I had a few stragglers left from the last batch. Boost those numbers back up. Next up is some zebra nerite snails, a dozen nerites. There you see them. Nerite snails, great cleanup crew. Next up is some black harlequin rasboras. I like the regular rasboras, but instead of that tannish color, they get more black in their body. Really pretty when they color up, which they're not going to be right now. Next up is some more non-colored fish, or at least right now. Black neon. I ordered regular neon tetras because I was out, and so unfortunately they didn't send them, so we are going to be out of neon tetras for the week. I apologize about that. Probably get a couple dozen every week. Here is the tiger nerite, another good cleanup crew. I actually set up a brackish tank this week, or last week, sometime. It's been set up for a week or so. And thinking about trying an experiment, see if I can get some of these to breed. Next up is some more Emperor Palmieri black tetras. They did short me on these. I'd ordered more than a dozen. I think we got like 8 of them. These turn really, really nice and black when they color up. A cichlid, some socophies, some snow white socophies. Good. Last bag in box number 2. Some neon Praecox rainbow fish, small little guys. Great beginning rainbow. If you don't want something as quite as rambunctious as the Australians. Nice. Australians is nice and rambunctious. 3, see what we got. I did order one brackish fish to start with. Got to it yet. We got salt water, we got fresh water, but this one's going to set up one brackish tank. Next up, we got some leartail mollies. It's an assorted bag. Looks like we got some Dalmatian, some gold, and some silver. That's a good. Some of these actually look like sailfin too. Oh, these sailfin leartail. Different multicolors of them. Somewhere. Creamsicle looking one there looks good. So some Surfeit tetras. Not colored up yet either. They get a nice deep red to them. They're a good filler fish if you got a bigger tank. Schooling fish. Next up is a Fisher, a Delhaize, about 3 inches or so. Bitty guy, looking good though. Next up is a fire eel. Guys, and oh, here's the brackish fish, a little bitty guy, It's the banded archerfish. Exciting. I know this guy will probably stay here for quite a while, but I'll add to his numbers. This tank I set up is actually 55, so we got lots of room for lots of brackish fish. Decided to try to do something different in here. I don't think there's much of a demand for the brackish fish in my area, but still, you never know. If not, then we'll keep them around here. Alright, next up is another one of the discus, one of the Marlboro yellows. About 3 inches. Good. Yes. Gas a little bit. Make sure he is first to get out of the bag. So we've got some silver tip tetras. Just non-colored right now, nondescript, but great filler tank, great filler fish for your tank. Next up is a Oaxaca popper. Little bitty guys, I got 3 of them. I'm actually going to probably keep one of them. Start drawing one out here for the store. Made room for it this week. Granted, at this size, he's only going to be in a 29 for right now, but that's not going to keep him long. Another Oaxaca popper. Those of you who know the store, I had some what were called moon rams. Was down to 1 male, but I never got around to breeding them. So I went ahead and let it go, so that cleared up the space to go and just put a pupper there. Next up is some marigold swordtails. And looks like did what they always do, send me nothing but females. There's a few young males in there that haven't quite got a tail yet. I have started a couple of different lines of swordtails breeding myself because of that, because when you get nothing but females in, it looks like you just got platies in your tank. Next up is a super red bristlenose. Not long fin or anything, just a regular super red. Big guy. There it goes. Good. We got another eel, a tire track eel. I think these are the only 2 eels I got this week. Next up, if I set this down here, or if this is the other yellow, I might have set this one down. So you might get to see this guy twice. Oh no, this is the other yellow Marlboro, because I set the other one over there. So this is the other yellow Marlboro discus. Good. Still got one of the red ones. Last bag, box number 3. Some nice looking opaline gouramis. These guys look beautiful when they color up. These will be no exception. Lines. Normally I get a lot of dwarf gouramis. Unfortunately, they were all out of the cobalts and the neons and the powder blues, so I was going all week without those. Usually order at least 3 to 6 of those every week. I usually go through a lot of those. Last box right here. I didn't get any bettas in this shipment because I'm hoping they ship them out today. Because it's overnight, so hopefully by Thursday I have a shipment of about 40 bettas coming. So we will have plenty of bettas to choose from in our rack that hopefully I can show you here in a minute. So here's the 3rd Oaxaca puffer. And something else is, there he is. The reason why I'm getting Oaxacas I've not been able to find any pea puppers lately. I did have a place that had them just last week, but it's the first time I've seen them in quite a while. But I just didn't order from them because their saltwater section they've demolished it basically. They told me they're gonna remodel it for like 90 days, and I need to get some salt stuff in here. So I wasn't able to get the pea puppers this week, unfortunately. Hopefully I'll have them next week. I don't need as much salt. So next up is a yellow calvus. A little bitty tiny guy. Australopithecus calvus. Cichlid. Next up is just the ever popular mixed imbunas. Now you turn it over, there's probably gonna be a lot of yellow labs and red zebras. Oh, yep, first thing I see is red zebras and yellow labs. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Just a lot of nice imbunas. These are pretty good size compared to normal. Usually they're about half this size. So these aren't bad size. And they'll still be the same price as the little bitty guys. So that's a bonus. And here's some electric blue cichlids. I didn't go too crazy on the cichlids this week. This place didn't have a whole lot. Plus we still have a lot of stuff, a lot of cichlids. Those of you that know the store know I don't just keep just like the basic red zebras and stuff. I usually get in some nice different species. So if I can't order the hard to find species, I don't really order a lot of them. Alright, now here's the gold or the brass tetra. Not too colored up right now, of course. Another little schooling fish for your tank. And here's the other red melon discus. That's the fourth discus of the week. And that's all we got was just 4. Good. Next up, we got some Burchardi. And these, I actually, I figured they were pretty tiny. I already still have a daffodil Burchardi here, and just a regular one. I've had them for quite a while because they're small. Now this is probably what I am thinking about taking home, and because every week now when I order fish, I try to get one. And I'll take them home and start working on breeding them. So these are kind of like convicts, you know, as far as the breeding patterns. They're very prolific once they start, so that'd be a good easy one. They need to grow out anyway, really, for anybody's going to buy them. So next up is another nano fish. It's the clown killifish. Here big guys. Okay, probably shouldn't say this yet, but start out rough with that clownfish. Since then, I've not seen anything DOA. It's nice for a long trip like they've had, and overnight stuck in a bag. Now here's a new Cory I've never had. I'm not sure if you want to confuse this with the with the regular albino hyenas Cory. This is a peppered albino, so it's the Palladius, but it's an albino version of it. Kind of neat, never had one. I had ordered some long-fin pepper Corys too, but they sold out of them before I could get them. My orders in. That's the bad thing about I post my order on Sundays. I try to wait till the weekend, see what all I'm going to need or what people are requesting. Unfortunately, a lot of the stores are like closed on Sundays, so they order before I get a chance to even think about it. Alright, and here's some more rams. We got German gold rams. We've got half a dozen of these guys. Really good, nice ram. A lot of people have been asking for some gold rams. So there you go. Next up, got some very clear red phantom tetras. Another one that'll color up in your tank real nice. And we got just some blue acaras. Not the electric blue, just regular blue. We do still have a few electric blues left. Just the blue Acara. Sick liquor tank. And the last bag completely is with peppered quarters. Not the albino, just the regular Palladius. Get some more of those guys. I guess some bred locally, but they sell fast, so. Alright. That's that. I'll try to do a quick tour of the store. I do need a wagon. I need to get to where I need to go later this morning. So up here is kind of some display tanks. That's actually the tank where I was having put that Fahaka for a while. We got some bigger peacocks and stuff in here. Some other peacocks, medium size, and just some small cellar tanks. There's a bunch of shrimp and some baby guppies. Same in there, some like glass tetras. This is my shrimp rack, most of it anyway. And some nano fish. There's some like Norman lamp eyes in here. That's where I keep chili rasboras and you know, just nano fish. So some of those nano fish you saw, this is where they'll be. Right now I got blue velvet shrimp, blue dreams, 24 karat yellows, reds, and just some other yellow Neo Caridina right there. And this is just a rainbow fish tank. We've got Alanai rainbows and some Bosemani's in there. And this light's on a timer, so it's not going to be on. And that's the new brackish tank I was talking about. That's where we're going to put that archer fish. And this is cycling for Caridina shrimp. I met a breeder at Aquatics that I'm going to start buying some Caridina shrimp from. Just letting this cycle out real good. And this is my bristlenose pleco breeding tank, basically. There's a bunch of tiny baby chocolates in here. They haven't given me any albinos in a while, even though they're mostly albino. Hopefully he's working on it in there. I don't know where they're at. There's a whole bunch of adult bristlenose in there, just hiding in all the vegetation. And this is kind of a new concept here. This is going to be our dollar tank. I'll probably be adding some fish to it today. We've sold a lot of fish over the past few days in it. Like yesterday, somebody brought in an angelfish, sold it for $1. You know, basically people that drop off fish, this is where it goes. The other day we sold some nice huge angelfish for $1, some really big cories for $1, big tetras, Colombian tetras, Buenos Aires, skirt tetras. I mean, just anything, platies, swordtails, whatever, just for $1. And this is just a pile of junk here that I need to get straightened up. And this, I'm not going to go tank by tank, but this is where more like smaller fish go, not quite nano. And this will probably be more shrimp. There's some blue dreams down there. And eventually this used to be my bettas. I do have a few higher dollar bettas in here right now. Like that guy right there looks really nice and stunning. Snap a shot while I'm there, since he's flaring. And we got, for some of our, not quite awake right now. Somewhere, yeah, there's another one in there. Not sure he's even alive. Yeah, and so it's more of the high end. Got some Tenalis rainbow fish in here, some blue-eyed Tenalis. Just other little nano fish in here. Of course, here's all the stuff we just unpacked. This is some of our dry goods. We're now an official distributor of Aquarium Co-op products. It's going very well. This is our third or fourth shipment of it already. Stuff flies out of here. And we got Thrive, of course Seachem, Sell Extreme foods as well. Just different hard goods. And this is where you get more into like bigger tetras, you know, rams, angelfish, some barbs. You know, there's some nice silver veil-tail angelfish in right now. I was full on angelfish. I had a lot of gold angels, some koi angels. So now I'm down to one, I think. Somewhere in there, unless we sold it yesterday. But of course, after I ordered, then everybody bought all my angelfish. So I'm gonna be low on angels this week, which is fine. And this This rack was supposed to be goldfish, but the season's kind of winding down now, so I've only got goldfish down there. Been kind of populating it with more cichlids. These are all some kind of really rare imbunas. You know, there's some ivory heads, you know, ice blue red tops, and albinos. We've got other cichlids up here, some VC10s, some Madoka. Just a lot of different cichlids in here. Some zebra obliquidans, red empresses, of course, which is pretty common. Here's some green apras down here. Believe it or not, they're hiding back there somewhere. There's 3 or 4 of them in there. And then we already have plenty of OBs and some strawberries. We did have the sunburst still and some sulfur heads, and some imbunas. This is where the assorted imbunas go. So you can see just the regular stuff there. Got some bigger imbunas down here. More cichlids. Is all cichlids here. Lots of cichlids. And this little hole right here is that stuff I set up front was junk. There used to be tanks here. I put one set here, the bottom one cracked. I replaced it. The bottom one cracked. So I don't want to put tanks here. So there's actually a sink in the front, like a bagging station. And when I get time and muscle up here, then I'm going to put it right there, fill that hole in. And this is where I keep the discus. It's our discus tank here. A couple of guppies in there. And here's just some community fish, barbs, cherry barbs, pearl danios. There's like a few more American cichlids in here if you can see them. Everything's just getting woke up. It's now the sun's coming out. It's very early here. So I got a jaguar back there, some pink convicts, Texas cichlids. Down here we got some Argentias down here somewhere. We've got some fire mouse in here and some in here too. We need to actually consolidate them all into one. And then we got some curviceps in here, some Oscars. Got that Oscar, nice Oscar there. Green chairs. I need to do some of these plants. And there's lots of red devils in here. See them here, hiding really good. And there's some geophagus in here, all hiding, mixed in. I didn't clean the glass on these, I should have. But here is some redhead simpliciums, all hiding in the back. Some there. Here is some black severums, another albino Oscar. And here's a longfin Oscar. This guy looks really nice. And here we got a care species, the same as these down here, the Cryptoheros nanulatus. This I'm not selling. This is my breeding pair, and they've been acting like they're going to give me some more eggs here in the next few days, hopefully. And just some assorted mollies I've got from some people here. I need to really move over there to the other section, as well as some Heclies in here, a few left. There's some gold severums in here. And down here we got a Umbi, small little guy. And here we got a Jack Dempsey, as well as some dovies, blue dovies. That's pretty much it for freshwater, except for we got some holding tanks back there, and I'll get to those over there in a second. This is another mess. As soon as I get time, it's gonna be saltwater. Same as this saltwater section. This is where we got a lot of our salt fish. Bristletooth tang, damsel. Should be a file fish in here somewhere. There it is. And some more damsels. Clowns, some little snowflake clowns, another damsel. Now eventually I want to move this refrigerator. This is going to start being, there's 2 of them. I gotta get this one sealed. Make this for live foods and one for plant cultures. And this is my, of course, my freezer for frozen. There's a ton of frozen food in here. I want to move those and probably buy another section like this and put it right here for salt water. And this is just some more 20-gallon saltwater tanks down here. Those are pretty much empty. I think there's a tomato clown in there. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I'm going to probably break these down, at least once I get this section set up. And I'm going to break these down and buy a Zoom Ed low boy and make it a coral rack. Because right now, we don't have a lot of room for coral right now. That's about all we got down in here. Of course, there's no kind of filter on my phone or anything, so you're not really gonna be able to see much. That's our little saltwater section. I'm not going crazy with the saltwater. So, and here's some tanks and some more supplies and food. Some more Pashy, sponge filters, some blue ball breeding boxes, some substrate. And this mess kind of was what I was doing with babies that I find in here, you know, like guppies and mollies and stuff, and putting them in here. But a lot of these I'll probably be moving over to the dollar tank. Same down here, there are some panda gars down there, and here's a bunch of blue eye lemon pleco babies. There's probably about 15 left in here. And this is our new betta rack. We only have bettas on the top rack right now because we had this empty, but I have about 40 bettas on the way, and so this will be full after today because this only holds 32. So I'll be utilizing these 2.5s a little bit more. The sun's bright. Sorry about that, folks. But anyway, just a quick down and dirty tour of the store. I watched the video last night, like I said. It was like nothing here. I had one little tank, that tank I showed you with the breeding stuff up front, the plecos. It was sitting over here, and it was just these. So definitely come a long ways in a year. Thanks for everybody's support, and hopefully after another year I will find a place, because I literally need at least double this space. It's really cramped in here. Eventually I might, if I don't move, I'm probably going to hire an electrician to drop some power poles down through here in this little section. Of course, not until I build a checkout rack. This is still my bane of my existence. I'm going to build a checkout stand up here in that front, kind of in that doorway. But I want to put, once I do that, get rid of this mess, put a row, another double row like these racks here, these 20s, put another row all the way through here, with nothing but 20 gallons. It'll be double-sided like this, but double-sided, so every 6 there'll actually be 12. So it'll be about another 60 tanks or so just straight through here. But that's only if we don't go ahead and move. So anyway, I better get these fish all put up and acclimating. Got a lot of drip acclimating to do. So I appreciate everybody watching. If you hung in here this long, I know it's a long video, a lot of fish. This is our weekly thing, but usually don't have the time to do the unboxing. So anyway, I appreciate it. If you see anything you want, need, or just can't live without, you can message me on Facebook. You can message me on here on YouTube, or just at TK Aquatics at cox.net. You can find my website. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.